Hey everyone, welcome to Movie Monday with Jody, Brechbill, Stampin' Queen. I'm so happy to start off my week with you guys, and I've had a special request to create a tutorial on the Give It a Whirl dies, or what I call the Whirly Bird dies. So hopefully you guys will love them just as much as I do. I feel like they are a little bit of a sleeper in the catalog, like we didn't really showcase them, and once I got them and started playing, I'm not gonna lie, it's become a slight addiction. So they are found in the annual catalog 2021 to 2022 on page 57. You can see them here with the stellar birthday stamp. So these are the Give It a Whirl dies right here. They're used to create like a Viewmaster card. And so back in the back, let's find them here in the accessories page. You can actually see them. They are right here. Give It a Whirl, page 163. These dies are so stinking cool, you guys. I highly would encourage you to grab these. You can use them with everything that you have in your Stampin' arsenal. But when you first look at them, you're not quite sure what you're supposed to do with them. So I'm going to share that with you guys today. First off, while I have you as my captive audience, I do want to share some things that I have right now going on. It is summer camp at my Jody Brechbill Stampin' Queen Facebook page. So all last week, we have been meeting together every day at noon to share a bag lunch and do arts and crafts times. Now this is totally virtual. Okay, so nobody's coming over to my house for summer camp. It's totally virtual. I'm just having you guys come hang out with me and pretending like we're little kids heading off to summer camp and doing some stamping. So arts and crafts time. I did have some glitches last week, so I am going to continue it. It will be today at Jody Brechbill Stampin' Queen Facebook page, today at 10 a.m. Okay, but you can go back and look at all the videos and all the fun that we had during our week of summer camp. I do have a camper special going on right now, and this will end on Monday, July 19th, so that's today, at 8 o'clock tonight. When you shop online at jodybrechbill.stampinup.net, when your order reaches $30, I'm giving you a free pack of in color jewels. Okay, so that offer ends tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. You can head right over to my online store. You're going to use this host code right here, and then I will send you your free gems. So remember that these will not go into your cart automatically because it's a special through me, not through Stampin' Up. So if you have any questions, simply message me. You can send me a text, you can send me a Facebook message, email me, whatever suits you. But that's going on today, and maybe you'll join me at 10 a.m. for a live summer camp featuring Biggest Wish. That's what we're going to play with this week at summer camp. Now, the other thing that I want to share with you is a fundraiser that I'm doing, and I'm going to ask you to save the date, August 29th. This is actually going to be an in-person class, but I have to-go options as well. So this is going to benefit Sweet Grace Ministries. This is a ministry in my hometown of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, and it supports families who are suffering through miscarriage, infant loss, and neonatal death. It is a powerful, powerful ministry, and I have been working with them for the past couple years in trying to provide them with handmade cards. They send thousands of cards. They have support groups and offer support for families all through the state of Pennsylvania. I think they might be in 10 or 11 different hospitals offering support to the families who are dealing with this tragedy in their life. So cards are very, very important in this ministry. So of course, I will accept donations of cards for them, or you can always benefit or send the cards directly to them. But we send out thinking of you, praying for you, our thoughts are with you cards, and we send out Mother's Day cards every year as well. So if you would like some more information to see how you can be a part or how you could help, simply message me and I will let you know. But I wanted to do a fundraiser for them, and my goal is to raise $1,000 to donate to them. So I am doing an in-person class August 29th. I am offering to-go options as well for friends who are not local to me but still want to be a part. And then I'm offering a tutorial only that the 100% of the proceeds will go to Sweet Grace Ministries. So perhaps you're a demonstrator, maybe you have the items or you can purchase the items that I'm going to use. Just purchase the tutorial. I will give all the donation to Sweet Grace and you will still be helping us out. So what we're going to do is create this adorable card box, right? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I am including the What a Year Memories and More pack, the roll of Pool Party ribbon, and a pack of the artistry sequins. So you're going to get that, plus everything that you need to create 13 cards, envelopes, dimensionals. The only thing that you need to provide is scissors and adhesive. So you're going to create using the Memories and More cards. We're going to create all of these cards. Aren't they adorable? And there's no stamping involved. So very, very quick cards to make so that you could give this as a gift. This might be something to keep your stash in so that you're ready to send out cards at the drop of a hat, focusing on the Memories and More. So I hope you guys will come alongside me. I've been really promoting this. Registration is not open just yet. It will open in next week, I do believe. And so if you have any questions or anything, let me know. But again, if you're local to me, August 29th. If you're not local, you could do a to-go kit or also just purchase the tutorial. All right, so again, proceeds are going to benefit Sweet Grace Ministries. Everything that I make is going to go directly to them. It will be $40 for a kit. Now, if you need shipping, I will have to add the shipping cost onto that as well. All right, guys, I know you are here for some stamping fun. So, let's get stamping. I have a couple colors of ink pads here. You will need the adhesive strips. I have used dimensionals. I don't like it as much. I really like the adhesive strips. They're nice and sturdy and they're a little bit thicker than the dimensionals, and that helps with these Whirly Bird cards for sure. Now, I did do a couple of things ahead of time. Forgot my dies. We can't have that. And I also realized I don't have, I think we'll be able to make this work. Okay, we'll see. I might have to leave you again for a second and grab my die cutting machine. All right, so here's what we're gonna make. This is our card that we are creating. And of course, this is a case. This is not an original idea for me. This is Wendy Fee is who I cased this from. And we used the Nothing's Better Than stamp set. This is one that's been sitting on my shelf. It needed to get out and get a little bit of ink and get a little bit of air. Works perfectly to create us a little whirly card. So because adulting is hard, we have got our chocolates, our coffee, and our cookies, okay? Super, super adorable, and it looks way harder than it is to create. So let me show you how to use your Whirly Bird dies, or give it a Whirl Dies. So here is the set of dies right here, and your two important pieces are this panel, or this die right here, and this die right here, okay? So ahead of time, I have some pieces I did earlier for another project. You have lots and lots of extras left, or extras to play with. You've got some little stars, some polka dots. We have these arrows that you can do, and that just helps you. I'll show you how I did that on another card to know, so that the person you are giving it to knows how to spin it. We've got some clouds, and then of course we have all of these. See where they have the little hole, okay? Their little hole there. That's how you create the window for your viewfinder, okay? So you can do lots and lots of little fun shapes, lots of hearts, a couple more arrows, little banners, all kinds of good stuff comes with this die set. So ahead of time, I have my early espresso that's already cut out, folded in half. That's my card base. Crumb cake, I went and did ahead of time with this piece right here. So you'll notice what it creates is a little hole and a little notch. And then of course it does the stitching around it as well, just a little bit of focal for you. Then I cut out my circle. So my circle has a hole in it as well that matches up to the hole in my front panel. You'll also notice there are little indents right here. Okay, so see how it made the shape actually of this window. So right there like that. Now, if you wanted to use a circle or a heart, you absolutely will. It still will work perfect, and we are going to use the circle. Now, I did notice that I have a Big Shot that I had from before, and I still continue to use it, but then I also have the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. When I ran this die through on my Big Shot, it did not give me those indents at all. So there is a little bit of a difference between the two machines and the new company that we are using for our dies. So if you have an old machine or a different machine and you're not noticing, I don't know if you can see it in this video, if you're not noticing those little indents, you might need a little bit of a shim or something like that, because the indents are your focal, your visual, to help you get things lined up when you're doing your stamping. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense to you. All right, so what we're going to start off with is to do some stamping. So let's stamp. I do want some scrap paper here because I don't want to stamp all over my table. So I've got some chocolates, and this is just random. We're just creating a background here, so no rhyme or reason to where they're going, so don't stress overly hard where to put all your yummies. Then we're going to do some cookies. And then we'll add our coffee. And I am using Early Espresso ink for this one. There we go. Now, since I've got that open, I'm going to go ahead and stamp on my spinner, okay? So again, like I said, I'm looking at these embossed pieces right here, and I'm kind of just eyeballing a little bit to make sure that I am lining up my items in the center of that little panel. So we've got that, chocolate, coffee, and our cookie. So let's finish that out, and then we'll get to making the spinner. So I've got my crumb cake here, and I am going to stamp that off once just so it's a little bit lighter, and that's going to be the center of my chocolate chip cookie. Then I have cherry cobbler. That's going to be the center of my coffee, and I'm going to stamp that off as well because I know that this is juicy, juicy, juicy ink. There we are. And then I'm going to grab that espresso again for the center of our chocolate. It's going to be dark chocolate today. And we just line that up. God bless the photopolymer. It makes life so much easier. Now, while I have that, I am going to ink up a little bit of the steam from my coffee. There we are. Okay, so that's good to go. Oh, my nose is running. So now we need to create the hole. I'm working a little bit low here today. I need to create the hole so that you can see those items through there. So I chose the circle, and you can see that this has a hole in it and this has a hole in it. So I'm just going to line up those two holes and run this through my machine. Now, if I wanted it to be this shape, I could do the absolute same thing. Just line up the holes and then make sure that it's nice and straight on your card. The other one we have, what do we have? We have a heart. So you could totally make a heart shape if you chose. Just making sure you're lining up those holes. So let me run this through so that nope. I was going to say I could use the Baby Boss. He's sitting right here, but my baby, it's a little bit, my card's going to be a little bit too wide. So hold on one sec while I go run this through. Hold, please. Okay, thanks for your patience. So now I have a nice little circle. I could do something else with this, and there is my hole that's ready to go for my window. It also has stitching around it, which is super, super cute. It just has a little bit of extra right around there. So let me put these back on before I lose them. Now I did grab the stitched scallop here. So I went ahead and cut that out, and that gives us, where's my scallop piece? Here we go. So that'll give us a little ring that will go around our circle. So I just added that with some glue dots. It seemed easier for me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to back up one sec because we want to put the whirl together. Now, we have brads again, you guys. We have these really cute little brads from our annual catalog. So you just want to grab, I just grabbed a mini. There's white ones and black ones. And this is how we're going to put it together, is we just line up the holes. Put our brad through there, and we're good to go. There we are. How about it? Easier than you thought, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and attach our scallop. And I'm just putting little glue dots on a couple of the scallop pieces. We don't have to have them on every single one, but that'll just help hold it in place. Let's do one down here. Now what I did do was make sure when I put this together, I did end up putting a glue dot on top of my brad, just so that it kind of helped hold it from wobbling around a little bit. And it covers it up. Okay, now, before you guys got here, I did fold my card in half. I laid this piece over top where I wanted it, and I took this little die right here, and it just does some little indented arrows. So I'm not sure, can you see the little indented arrows right there? So that when your person gets it, it shows them that they need to spin with their fingers. So I did that ahead of time. And let's go ahead and put a couple little accents on here before we attach it to our card base. So I have some tidings and trimmings. That's why it doesn't want to work on that. Designer Series paper, Wake Up adhesive. You've got to work today. So that's in Cherry Cobbler, and that's just going to go down right down here. Then ahead of time, I took this die and I ran it through, and it gave me this out of the middle. So I stamped and heat embossed it with white. A couple dimensionals on here. Isn't this card adorable? Love this one. Then a little teeny hearts from the same exact set of dies. A little stitchy heart right there. And it's just going to hang in there with a little glue dot. Now, like I mentioned, it may tell you, or you may see people using dimensionals. You want to have some raised. You want this raised up so that the spinner will spin. I did dimensionals. It was not great. It still worked, but it's pretty flat, and it kind of sinks because you can't put anything right here because it's got to spin. I did double dimensionals then. Still got a little bit, not real thrilled. And so, yes, perfect. So these are perfect. These are what we use to make our shaker cards, but they also are working perfect for the spinner cards as well. So I'm going to just trim that little extra off, and I'm going to keep it and put it right here because I want it to be nice and high so that the spinner is spinning perfectly. So you'll have that little bit of extra, and you can just use that right here at those edges where you could get a little bit of saggy cardstock. We cannot have saggy cardstock. And then that just fills that little gap right there. So we'll peel these off, and ta-da, we are going to have an awesome spinner card. So I hope you guys try these because they are just so much fun. Perfect for kids' cards. I think this would be great at Christmas. You could do a couple little Christmas scenes through the window. Just a real fun, very easy interactive card. Okay, so here's our spinner. Isn't that so cute? All right, guys, hope that makes sense. Of course, if you have any questions, you can always message me, help me out, or I can hook you up. Just message me with any questions that you might have. Also, make sure that you guys are subscribing to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe down below. When you subscribe, a little tiny bell comes up. If you click the bell, that will be a notification that any time that I post a video, you guys can find me. It will give you an alert. So let's see what else I did. This was one I did a little bit earlier this week with the little turtles. And this is one that's just done with dimensional. So it is a little bit tricky to get my finger in there to do the spin. So the key is using those adhesive strips. Here is another little die that cuts out and makes a little arrow. So instead of it being embossed into your cardstock, it actually cuts out. Highly, highly encourage you to use your adhesive sheets and make that a sticker. So much easier. Then I also did one with the hat. So we did the little panel. Now I was trying some things out, so I know some of my hat patches are the same, but I did one with the hat. So you'll see lots of these on Pinterest and Facebook and that kind of thing. So super fun with that one. Then I just did it a little bit different with the spinner with the same stamp set. Same layout, just kind of altered it a little tiny bit. Okay, so today's plan is just to consume cookies, coffee, and chocolate. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also head on over to Jody Brechbill Facebook, Jody Brechbill Stampin' Queen Facebook page, and hang out with me there. I am also there live every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, my Stampin' friends, have a wonderful week, and I will see you back here next week for Movie Monday.